Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another player prop video. This one we're talking about the NBA for Wednesday, November 6th. We have 4 picks in the video for you to consider, so stay tuned to hear all 4 of these picks. And if you guys want more picks, I post more in the Dynamo private Discord in all sports. More picks for the NBA. Plus, we got NFL, NHL going right now, and college football. So lock in NBA picks every day. We got games every day. Perfect time to lock into the Discord. See some crazy streaks we've gone on. A 7-2 day in my channel. This huge slip from Irina's hit 20 to win 625. Monday Night Football, our picks hitting 4 for 4. Another underdog slip hit. Some massive wins over here in the NFL from some private Discord members cashing out using our picks. You guys can see all the big hits over here and some of the streaks have been going on. Another private Discord member hitting some NBA slips, some other cappers posting and hitting some big slips in their channels as well. So get over here, check it out, lock in for the NBA season picks every day from me plus a bunch of other cappers in all sports. Get in here, less than $1 per day or less than winning just a $5 3-pick slip on Prizepicks. So if we can help you do that, definitely going to be worth it. Also right now, we're going to open up the free sections of the Discord. We don't do it that often. People posting some picks they're liking and talking about all sports over here, NBA, NFL. So get into the free sections. That'll be linked down below as well. Or check out the private channels where we have a bunch of cappers posting their just top and favorite picks. You guys saw some of the streaks and big hits from the slips over there. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord. Now let's get into this one. The first one I'm going to go to is going to be Tim Hardaway Jr. here at 11.5 points. This is one I've been playing a lot this year, and he's actually going to be in a pretty good spot here against Charlotte. He's shooting a ton, playing pretty big minutes now for the Detroit Pistons, and he's getting up a ton of shots. So I like him here on the points against Charlotte. Should be a high-scoring game where Detroit can stay in this one, and he should be getting those open looks and knocking them down. So liking him here at 11.5. So looking at Tim Hardaway here, over on Outlier, you can see this is definitely a good one once we saw that uptick in minutes after Game 3 where he played almost 37 minutes. We've seen him play a high total of minutes. So since that game, and we've been playing him, he's hit this in 4 of his last 5 with just an 8-point dud in this one where they got absolutely blown out by the Knicks by 30. Besides that, he's had 14 or more, and Detroit's been able to keep some of these games close, even beating the Lakers in the last game where he played 32 minutes. So the minutes have been up there for him, and he gets a lot of shots off in this offense. So we saw 5 straight games. He's gotten at least 9 shots here. He got 12 shots in the last one and a ton of threes. There hasn't been a game where he's got less than 5 threes this year. His last game, 8 3-point attempts, made half of them. So he's actually been shooting a pretty good percentage as well. So I'm liking him to hit this one against Charlotte, who gives up a good amount of points. Also, you can see on Outlier the line movement of this opened up at 12.5, dipped down to 11.5, and you can see that hit rate in the last 4 or 5 games, hitting this with 14 or more in those games. So he had some big scoring games. Should be seeing the high amount of minutes, and last year he was actually a scoring machine. If we look back to last season when he was on Dallas, he hit this line 55% of the time. But when he was playing 20 minutes or more, this was a 71% hit rate for him. When he was playing 27 minutes or more, it was a 92% hit rate for him. 35 of 38 games last year. So when he gets the minutes, he can absolutely score. And I like him to continue what he's been doing this year in the last 5 games once he's seen that uptick in minutes and usage. And we're going to stick to this game. We're expecting this to be a high-scoring one and a back-and-forth close game. So I'm going to go to Josh Green here, who should see an uptick in minutes as well. We've seen it recently, and he's put together a couple nice games here, even with Brandon Miller in the lineup. So I like him at his straight points here at just 6.5. For him on the points, you can see he's hit this in 3 of 5 games. He's only played in 5 of the games this year, but hit it in his last 2, 12 and 8. Couple solid games. Looking at the minutes, they've been on the uptick after just 17 in the first game. He's seen 21 or more in his last 4, including almost 26 in the last one here. And the last one, we did see Brandon Miller play in this game, so Josh Green playing alongside him. He's really competing to minutes with Cody Martin, and we saw that Martin, after opening the season as a starter right here on this note, he's given way to Josh Green. And now also Martin is dealing with an illness, so might not even play in this game. So we could see a season high in minutes for Josh Green in this game, which would mean over 26 minutes. So I'm expecting possibly a huge amount of minutes, especially if Cody Martin doesn't play. But if he does, still 21, 22 plus minutes for Josh Green. And he's been hitting, and we're liking him in this matchup against Detroit. And looking at him last year, this was just a 47% hit rate for him. But you also got to look at when he played the minutes of 21 or more in 53 games. This was a 64% hit rate for him. But I really think he could be in line for 24 plus in this game. And then it was a 71% hit rate for him, which in 41 games he hit 71% of the time. So liking Josh Green in the spot. Again, pairing this with this game, Detroit-Charlotte, I'd like this one to be high scoring and close between these two teams, and these guys to get a good amount of shots off. So liking these two. For the next one, I'm going to Zion under on his points at 27.5. He gets essentially the toughest matchup in the league right now, which is Cleveland. We have seen them shut down a lot of guys, especially the bigger guys. We saw Damian Lillard get loose on them a little bit in their last game, but earlier in the season, they definitely have shut down some of the bigger forward type players here. So Zion, I think, is going to be in a tough matchup and a tough spot here, especially he's just coming back from an injury, and it was revealed that was a hamstring injury that kept him out in the last two games. So his minutes might even be limited here, or he could be limited in what he can do. And 27 is actually a good amount of points for Zion with this team. If we look at him, we could see on Outlier, his points at 27 so far this season, he's gone over it twice before dealing with that hamstring injury. Obviously, he hit it in two really good matchups. He's had 5 really good matchups. Actually, Indiana, great matchup. Golden State has been a team that hasn't played a lot of defense but scores a lot, and he's hit it in 1 of 2 of their games. And then 2 games versus Portland in easy matchups, didn't hit this one. Last season, he only hit this 27% of the time. So a number I feel pretty confident about him going under here, especially coming off that hamstring, kept him out the last 2 games. Like I said, could see limited minutes or limited in what he can kind of do here in a really tough matchup against Cleveland. Going to have to deal with Jared Allen and Mobley in the front court here. For the next one, I'm going to Julian Champagny. For him, his PRA here at 16.5, would be a high line for him, but he saw a huge uptick in minutes with Jeremy Sohan being injured. Sohan is going to be out for this next game. We could see Champagny playing a ton of minutes in this next game. And versus Houston, I think it's going to be a good spot where he can be pretty effective in this one. And just the uptick in minutes, he should be able to hit this line here. So looking at him, a lot of places have his line at 17.5. We're getting at 16.5 right now. And these picks are posted in the Discord if they do bump. But like I said, we got Sohan out here. So far on the season, he smashed this in his first game with 28 PRA and then 18. Since then, it's been not as good, but his last one, he got 28 PRA again in a bounce-back game here. And then we could see the minutes, huge uptick in minutes here with the Sohan injury, playing 38 after, playing between 20 and 28 in these other games. So I think we can expect him to play like 30 plus minutes in this one. And looking at him last year, he only hit this in 20 of 74 games, 27%, but obviously was not playing that many minutes. If you look in games where he played 26 minutes or more, it was a 71% hit rate for him. Or games where he played 29 plus minutes, which I think he's going to be in line for 30 plus. In 9 of 11 games, he hit that last year, 82%. So I'm liking this low line we're getting here at 16.5 instead of 17.5, like other sportsbook have it at. And then also with Sohan at, should be in line for a ton of minutes in a good matchup against Houston. And if you guys want more picks, check out the Dynamo private Discord. I post more in there in the NBA and all sports, just posting our top and favorite picks over here. We also have a bunch of other cappers doing the same. Most cappers will post between 4 and 6 or 7 picks, just their top. In all sports, you can see some of the big hits we've been getting over here. And these hits have been coming in all sports. You can see some big NFL hits here for some private Discord members. Some NBA hits as well, and some big slips being won over there. So definitely check it out. Lock in for this NBA season, but we're talking about all sports over here. And we're also opening up the free sections of the Discord, so you can get in here, talk about some of the bets and props you guys are liking in the free channel. So we'll see you over there. Look for that link as well, or join up to get access for more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers just posting our favorite picks over in the Dynamo private Discord. So subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the Discord.